do this with
Yeah, with
yes,
your warlock.
all
Yes, you did.
warlock? No, no, all warlock?
Not all warlock, but
I must have,
You
because
didn't
it
grab the
didn't
bounty.
for
five.
me. No,
That doesn't make
no,
sense.
I did get the bounty. Obviously, I've done this with all warlocks.
I just turned mine in. I got a
So,
tentacle guy.
no. You misunderstanding. Or in fact, you the entire raid is all warlock for the trend.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you have.
Yeah, apparently
Yeah,
I
I
did.
was with you when you
not
did it.
realize
What weapon is the one worth unlocking of all the stuff?
I
I
like
don't know what kind of
Crota's.
weapons do you like playing with.
I like
Crota.
Crota. I think that's really good. That's
The hand cannon?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's really good.
I
With a
would
void
bet I
build,
only
it
need
can be
one.
a lot of fun.
Oh, only need one.
And it was a super good gun in G1. So
Yes,
actually,
it
it was
was.
my first. It was my first grab just because of the fun mirrors.
I can build it now.
There you have it.
There was a time, not long ago, when I was almost always second or third damage, and now,
Size is not too shabby. I'm gonna use Hunter's Guile at the end and just glaving the crap out of people. There we have it. Now I have to do what? For some reason? I'm not sure what that's about. Where was my to the top?
Oh yeah.
Ow.
I'm full of spoils.
Ow.
you ever buy rally banners, Slipper?
No, but I think I earned some rally banners by finishing one of the Guardian Games event challenges. I think it gave me like 5. That's where I got them from.
Buy rally banners.
That's a nasty ass fucking warlock bounty. This memento. And then alloy. In that diamond network, like
I don't know.
What's the shader that Memento was part of? Oh. Champion keepsake?
Red, yellow, blue.
Red and blue.
How do you get the momentum?
I got it from doing the.
Complete the diamond thing.
Yep.
Now I need a good weapon for it.
Man, turning in that diamond medallion finished like 3 extra things for me that I wasn't even close to finishing. Shader just
Nice.
now.
I'm missing the shader, but I got the other one. I get the memento. Let's go. I don't have to do this ever again.
Oh, and there are event challenges.
You're an event challenge.
Yeah. Feel like you're cool because you got the glow too?
Yes. Next question.
Don't forget to claim the, whatever it is off the, Warlock podium here.
Oh, I didn't even think about that, whatever the fuck that is.
There's the masterwork or whatever. Hullabaloo. What is the masterwork for this thing?
It's range, I think. I think it's always range.
Oh. Enlightened and field prep, disruption break.
Look at that. Sword. Give me enhancement course.
Is sensing controls?
I like the hullabaloo because it looks more like a Borderlands gun to me than a Destiny gun.
So where do I pick up a masterwork thing
It
again?
looks like an Edge Transit.
Because it is. I was just gonna say because it's an Edge Transit.
But the way it takes shaders is weird. Like
Slippy, come to me.
I'm gonna be
Come here.
best.
Stand here.
Oh. I've never done this.
Got it. Sending it right now.
No, I haven't. Not
Yeah,
this season.
It's just been a year.
I mean, that's it? Auto-loading in Vorpal? Don't get me wrong, that's normally a decent roll, but on a grenade launcher?
Oh, barf. A hand-to-hand? That's garbage. Oh, and the prize winner shader. Yay. It'd be nice if they gave you the option to craft some of these weapons.
Hey, cool. I'm completed. Fair. Did the catalyst.
Alright, good. I got that again.
Now what?
Oh, I could use some help completing the exotic mission. Hard is different.
didn't we do that already?
Actually, no, I just need to complete the mission. Doesn't even have to be on the budget.
You got the catalyst. Slippy hasn't done yet.
Oh, I have that all done.
I don't want to do that right now. Appreciate the offer though.
I think
I'm sure I need to do it I'm sure I need to do it a bunch more, actually.
Yeah.
Because technically my completion on Legend didn't count. And then I think I did it once more on Legend, which made me want to fucking cry because it took like 17 times longer than the first time we did it. I just hated it from that moment on. Yep, hated it.
Let's go, bro. Let's go. Let's go be heroes. Let's go.
Super Earth.
I'll be back later.
Not for Super Earth, not right now. After I'm done helping him with the thing.
If we're doing it on Legend, I'd be down to help. I don't have any of the catalysts.
We can do it on Legend. I don't need to do it on Legend.
I'm gonna change characters.
What's up, Odin?
I'm just proud of you guys for 4.5 manning that.
Shut up.
All right, brutal number 2.
No, I'm not being a downer. I'm just aware of how bad I currently am at this game. And
This is the guy that solo followed which dungeon was it? Grasp?
yeah, I did grasp, and
Yeah. As of right now,
You can finish that?
in this clan,
You gonna finish that too?
yeah, are you cutting out, or are you just intentionally like? It's so hard to give Odin a compliment. I just have to stop talking.
what I'm saying is, so far there's only 3 people that I know.
That's completed
it's-
Avarice.
No, just in general. 3 people that he knows of.
No, I know 4 people.
Yeah, he, his wife, and his 2 kids.
That's
Me, brutal, Odin, King.
There you go. Yeah.
Said in the clan. King's not the clan.
You were cutting out real bad, so you were like completely cutting out. So I didn't hear half what you said.
I was stopping. I was saying, as far as I know, that 3 people.
Alright,
And you're one of
let's go
them.
do this. And tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stream our complete and total success. So that way we can, if we all watch, we can just switch drop for the diamond medallion.
Dirty bastard.
Hey, would you rather go watch somebody else?
I'd rather not watch at all.
That's Jennifer's
And
father.
I
No.
think I'll watch on my phone, but what I'm really going to go do is watch this week's episode of Ghosts. So I'm going to take off.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. Yes.
Are you even gonna get credit for it? Because you're streaming. Because you're doing the Twitch Rooskies.
I'll talk to you guys later on.
Alright. Peace out.
I gotta plug in my headset. Where's the fucking plug? There we go. Alright.
Yeah, as long as I.
Well, Slippy left the party, but she's still in the tower.
Yeah, she's probably just walked away. She's probably just
Now,
sitting
where's the
there
rest?
listening to music.
Is that a map to your hiding place, Patrick?
Being yourself, I raid with a bunch of fucking idiots.
Shows what she knows. You married one, dummy.
Yeah.
Fearless
Boo-boo.
leader. How do I survive this?
Short kill clip. Chill motion, high ground. Alright. I'm here. So let's
do this.
Yeah, yeah. Huh. There are too many players next to activate. Oh, that's right.
It's still here. Kick that fool.
Slippery doodah. Slippery slam.
I was just like, remove friend. No, 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 that's not right.
Wrong up there. Just hear me out.
So legend?
Yeah, I guess so. And we can change our stuff. So, what I reckon.
I wonder if we can get, if I can unlock everything from it. Roma streaming Terminator.
Yeah, but who cares? It's Terminator.
You still in the party?
Who? Did you hear what I said?
Streaming the movie?
The game. Rumor is, I guess they're interested in doing a, there's potential interest in doing a escape from game.
Oh yeah, here we go.
I have a bottle and I have, where's the handle? It's in my app. Very good. Over
You
here.
have to ask.
I did this when it first dropped, and that was it. I also helped Odin through his.
Wow,
Yeah.
almost. It was a save.
Almost dead. Does this have limited revives like a mini raid?
No, it doesn't. It was one of the worst things they could have created in this game. Hey, did you get the one back there, by the way? Before we move forward? The
No, I
chest
didn't.
back here?
No, I didn't.
So, here is a chest. Down below here. Yep, down here.
Oh, son of a bitch, son of a bitch.
News. Right here.
Thank you. 1 second, I gotta move over something.
That's fine.
Alright, how long do I need to watch your stream for?
1 hour. Oh, sorry, 2 hours. Shit, I didn't plan on playing this for 2 fucking hours. Alright. Hopefully it'll only take us 2 hours to do this.
It literally has to be 2 hours.
It says 2 hours, so. I honest to God wish I was making it, but it says 2 hours.
Quite an imagination you got there, Patrick.
Just mainly giving you you
Oh,
support my friend.
stop it. I don't care about the views on Twitch.
Okay, that should do it.
Just for my
OnlyFans is
point.
different, but Twitch,
And you'll get my subscription.
I pornography on OnlyFans, because that's not what OnlyFans are for.
I do.
Did you get this one over here?
photography. No.
Alright.
I haven't gotten any of them, as a heads up.
Alright, cool. There's back here. It's somewhere. Give me a second. Sort of. Oh, it's the next one. Next waterfall. Wrong waterfall. This waterfall. Make sure you get the belt again.
Oh. Snare Weaver.
Juice. Yeah. Alright, next one.
I wonder if I can get all three of them in this.
Probably. This way. I thought there was something up here. Oh, constellations. That's right. Did you do all the constellations in Dreaming City?
For the bell?
I don't know. We'll find out today. What? Void damage resist. What am I, crazy?
Are you good to be grabbed?
We got fish, dragon, crazy.
I'm so glad that they didn't fucking make this mission have limited revives. I remember doing the fucking Dragon crazy. I remember doing the that pulse rifle, that exotic pulse revision.
Yep.
Larry with
Horizon Revision Dawn. Yeah.
I wanted to rip my teeth out.
Alright. Yep. So it's gonna be left mid, right?
Oh, she was nice, but at the same time, like, I'm kind of glad.
Huh?
That's not a puddle. I was saying that, like, she was nice, but I'm glad she.
Did you hear what he said, bro?
I said, I'm glad. I said, Nice one.
Same. Nice, bud.
Fuck the police. Fuck the police. Down in the middle of the street. Hello? You tell me, who do you think is nice? Oh, stupid.
Say it again if you want me to.
Yeah, yeah.
We haven't heard you say it the first time.
Oh, I'm talking about Lily.
Oh. Yeah,
I do feel bad that worked out the way it did.
bad. I feel great.
I just didn't appreciate the fucking troopers doing something.
Nobody would help me with this thing. Isn't that right, Jerome? That's right, Mon.
Did you hear what I said initially? That I
Why
had
don't
to
you? Right. No, I didn't hear
revision 0 early. I wanted to pull my fucking teeth out.
Nothing beat having to from the prophecy dungeon with her and Heather, Fluffy. I was like, oh my god, oh crap.
Oh my god, it's right. This guy just decided it was so bad. Unalive himself.
They wound up being stabbed, million damage. I mean, neither of them cracked a million.
That's dumb.
Jesus. I'm winning my Good Samaritan Award for ever.
I think Wolf definitely fucking.
Go get the chest.
He's a fucking recipient of that too.
Oh, doing the
Like all kinds of things with him. Oh my god, that's so bad.
yeah, he chose to do it. So not a lot of sympathy.
Oh,
there.
well, crap.
Not doing that. No, you.
Why am I unwelcome?
What? You're not unwelcome.
No, I got fucking welcome. No, but yeah, that was. I mean, I jumped in to help him at the fucking end with. It's not sad. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Who heard you like challenges? We brought you a challenge to have a challenge.
Fucking handicap. I stumbled. I did not find my back. I had to play it forward.
Those days. I'm having a terrible day. Why? Seasonal depression. Why? Because it's gray outside. Fuck you. That's right, Connecticut. I don't know. I need to take a break from Destiny right now. My favorite part. Life is tough. Why? Because I work at a bakery shop, but yet I can afford to live in a house. Really? Eat a dick. Eat a dick.
Going to Fox.
Cabbage, goat, and a fox, and I have to get across.
Well, you just said the answer. A boat. Got it. I use a boat. And that's not Canadian.
Oh.
It's a
Cabbage,
long
a fox,
process.
and...
I know how to do it.
Well, no, it's a cabbage, a goat, and a fox. And I have to get across the water. I use my boat.
Take the goat. You can only travel
I
with
make
one
multiple
thing at a
trips.
time. You take the goat across, you come back, you take the... You drop off the fox, you grab the goat, bring the goat back, grab the cabbage, take the goat, take the cabbage with the boat across, drop the cabbage off, go back, grab the goat, take the goat back.
Why are you asking this question?
Yeah. 10, 11, 11 are the same thing.
Hard in your throat.
Yeah.
What?
Like 1 plus 1 equals window.
No, because 10 plus 10 equals 20, and 11 plus 11 equals 22.
Oh, god damn.
Why do you think out of the calendar? 365 days. You want to do this? You want to do this? Let's get nuts.
You know why you came here for
Why, what?
The P is silent.
Oh, no.
That one.
Pterodactyl. But...
What has 5 toes and something?
Is that my code?
What has 5 toes and something? Oh, shit.
The other foot.
Yeah, it was close.
Hold on. Alright. Wednesday says, I went to the doctor to check out a bad cut I have. She said I need stitches. I asked to do them. She responded, shoot yourself. On a water bed. It was with spring water. Today, first So you stole my copy of Microsoft Office. I will find you. You have my word. There was one actually
T-47 neutralized.
yeah, actually, keeping these because I think some of them are great. Let me see. No, not that one. Here we go. Contrary to popular belief, not all babies are delivered by storks. Storks bring small babies. But trains bring the large ones.
I said that one the last time.
The smartest mountain. Found cleverest.
Muffin five.
Clevers are just too strict. They always go by the books.
I don't know.
Did you hear about the two flowers that could talk non-stop?
Mm-mm.
I guess there were no orchid silences. Talking about. Did you know the other day when we were in the party with people, they said that you sound like an owl?
No, that's not the joke. Someone's been possessed by an owl.
Right? They said you sound like an owl.
Who? Stop looking at me. I remember I had to jump in and out Odin with this one.
Get fall
He
through
had-
the map.
Yeah. Oh no, not that. Yeah, well, he had one more hobgoblin to do after he killed this fuckhead, and
Oh,
jumped over, but he fucking didn't realize that there was a gap right here, so he fucking fell down and died and
That?
had to fall over again. Yeah, just
like that?
Yep.
Oh no. Let's see. You're gonna do that, are you? I'm going to report you for spam. Bots next. Spam bot.
Another promotion for your channel viewers following chance.
Fuck this user. Close.
Editor's quality is guaranteed to be the best. Flexible, meeting order management channel. Can't stand on it. Gotta go the
Don't
thing
worry.
right.
Don't worry. Do.
Yeah. I had a crown. I thought maybe I would have him.
No, it just means you're a follower. Good job. Problem. Who can solve?
Alright, where's the next chest?
Is
Not with that attitude, Jerome. Not with that attitude.
You know what you could play instead? That's way cooler. Yeah, RoboCop's a blast, man.
What am I doing? What am I doing?
Don't know what you're saying words, but I'm not understanding them. No. 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 Are you playing GeForce? Are you playing? We're dying on. Are you playing using GeForce now? Are you going to access your Steam library using GeForce now? NVIDIA GeForce now? Well, then no. No. You're going to pay a monthly subscription to be able to play games on the cloud? Okay. So then guess what? No. No, I'm playing on my PC, dude. What the fuck do you think I'm doing? Not much is clear. For the past 2 hours, I'm not playing it right now. I'm playing Destiny right now. I'm even streaming.
Dynasty. Good old Dynasty.
Yeah.
Pretty nasty. Alright.
Here. Go. This way.
Ding, 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 ding.
Alright. Everywhere you go, people got to
always know.
That's a weird way to
Charlie
phrase
Sheen's
that.
got a weenie that he loves to show.
Really? It was at the grocery store? That's weird.
Everywhere
Why-
I go.
Kids always know.
But you didn't want that to come on?
You know,
It's funny, the
honestly,
way you phrase it makes it sound like you had a choice in the matter.
you know, what's really great is oh, I died again. I like Rhythm Nation. Oh, I tried to save you, but dying.
I'm not keen on the design of the Terminator, but a good Terminator game would be interesting.
Are any of them Arnold? Or Robert Patrick? No, I'm not asking for the body of the T-1000 creator. I'm asking for Robert Patrick.
Did you know that they had to have him down with what's his nuts on the motorcycle?
Yep, because he's an actual track star.
Yeah.
And he was out running the moped.
Really?
Dirt bike.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
yeah.
insane.
Yeah, like that's not like Hollywood, you know. It's like they had to dumb it down because he could run that fast. I'm going,
Yeah.
oh crap, that's like Jeff Wardwell.
Yeah, the dude was falling in half.
Dragon, figure 8, bird.
Dragon figure bird.
And all right, so it's middle, right, left.
Off. On sword.
There's a champion.
No.
No. I think he's taller than Robert Patrick.
Oh my god.
Fucking brain fart. Is that fucking chaos theory?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go faster.
Faster. Gotta go faster.
Streaming your audio?
Huh?
Said
You
left
streaming your
and right.
audio?
No.
I watched stream for a bit. You didn't see my comment?
No. See now, it's alright. I love you.
There's like
I don't like that word.
Yeah.
The prisoners
You said I
with
was
jobs.
rude,
you didn't say anything.
but I know, that was the problem.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I said get good. They said that hurts my feelings, but that's fair. I'm dead.
The right one? Or in the middle?
Right.
Middle dead?
Middle's down. We're gonna go right and then left.
Alright.
You know what? You know what I do? You know what I'm tired of seeing? Craft survival games. I'm so fucking tired of seeing them. Why?
Oh god.
If they did a Fallout, but it was Terminators.
Why not just play Fallout?
Have you played a Fallout game recently? That's why.
Have you guys seen the trailer for the Fallout TV show?
Yeah, I saw you post on, via TikTok. What the shit is that, man? TikTok?
I'm on. I'm just right to see videos.
That's where you go. You go for your videos. You go to TikTok. You gross.
Yeah, I know.
You gross. The
we'll
Fallout
see.
TV show. Look, I'll be excited when I can watch it with.
What?
Oh wait, never? Well then, I guess I'm not that excited ever.
What'd you say? What'd you
I have
say?
to pay for.
Because they want people to
Oh,
stick
yeah.
with it for the first season. If it's a hit, follow-up seasons will be
Oh, they,
follow-ups will be one at a time.
Give a shit if it's Christopher Nolan himself. It's ad TV. Kiss my ass. It's premium ad TV.
yeah, that's.
It's like Joss Whedon, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and Joss Whedon, the
Could be
Avengers.
Eli. Insidious or not? Inception.
Oh.
Not big on Inception.
Westworld.
Wow.
You ready for the pizza? The pizza, it's coming. The pizza's almost here. It's coming, I promise.
Wiener, fluffy wiener, fluffy wiener. That might be Rome's favorite song of all time.
Poppy Wieners? Yeah. Without a doubt.
One wiener next, another wiener, fluffy wiener.
So erect. So erect.
I don't need
Real
there to
British.
be a Harry Potter franchise.
Unless they fucking J.K. Rowling
You know what I want?
decides to back on that.
I
Gonna be
wanna
all that.
see-
It's like
I
at
wanna
this
see
point, why
all
don't
of
they
the
just?
with Grindelwald.
Yes, she can. Yes, she can. She's a producer of the show. She's the creator of the universe. She can definitely.
Gonna create another show? Why not just recreate just reboot
Strange.
Star Wars at this point?
Oh, it was so close.
A franchise that no one asked for, and at this point nobody wants.
Do the old Republic Star Wars movie.
I feel for Daisy Ridley and it not working out, but you know,
Fucking Rey
they
Skywalker is just getting
screwed
her
the
own.
they screwed the pooch with that, and I'm not interested in more. They should walk away from those Skywalker franchise.
Yeah. God.
Nope.
You're a
It
training
should be
movie.
totally different. It should be totally different characters, different time periods. nothing to do with the Skywalkers. Like maybe they're part of the lore and you mention them, in the future, or if you do an Old Republic show.
Yeah, Old Republic would be fine. Fuck, that'd be great. The assets and fuck the world. Disney is the fucking.
Phantom Menace.
I died, but I kicked ass while I was doing it.
Okay. Oh, don't revive me. I gotta put on a. We're not gonna help much. All right, I'm good.
The fuck is this asshole? Oh, I died again.
Waterworld.
What movie?
What the shit, dude? Oh, I suck again. Hey, thanks, bud. No!
I'm drawing a blank on the main character. Who's the actor?
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner.
Costner. There we go. Isn't that like? Didn't he say that that was like his
Dennis
worst
Hopper.
fucking
Who's
movie?
dead?
Kevin Costner is amazing.
No. Well, I'm saying, didn't he say that like his worst fucking movie ever?
How's Kevin Costner keep finding work?
I don't know about Kevin Costner, but maybe.
Dennis Hopper.
No. Kevin Costner said that Waterworld was his worst movie ever. I mean, I figured it would be Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
I love
Just
that
because
movie.
It's a great movie. Excuse me?
But he is a crappy Robin Hood.
I didn't say you don't like the movie. I said that he might have said that he thinks that is his worst movie. There's a big difference there. So slow your rolls, both of you. The
No.
one that got him a fucking an Oscar? What? No, you haven't. Stay classy.
Come on, man. I'm behind cover. Ray Liotta. Leota.
Oh, I'll be your poppy. Yeah. You make me feel gross.
Thanks, sure. I always wanted to be. I'm not doing a Yoda voice because I can't do a Yoda voice.
Yes, Shaggy? Yeah, that's all I heard. Men need to feel comfortable making noise in the bedroom. Do you have it? Got spawning.
What?
Uh,
What was the question?
Dr. Claus cat?
Claw.
Dr. Claw.
I thought it was the Claw, not Dr. Claw.
It's Dr. Claw. I don't know if
You
it
know,
I
ended.
want to say
don't
Gargamel,
remember.
but that's the fucking.
No, that's Smurfs.
Smurfs.
Well, Smurfette was evil.
I mean, she wasn't really evil, wasn't she? I thought she was creative,
Creative,
but
like
turned
Gargamel.
good. Yeah, but turned good.
Yeah, but that wasn't the intention. She was meant to be evil. Evil, 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 evil.
Come on, I'm invisible. Why you hit me? That bastard. This mission sucks. Nowhere near as bad as Actually, no, that's a lie. Revision 0, I had gotten that jump. Oh shit. It just fucking drew me in. Oh shit. Oh shit. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die again. I forgot to get the buff.
You silly bitch.
Yep. Bitch, I be.
You need to ask yourself, do you want to?
Fuck no.
I didn't hate Command and Conquer, but I mean, it's. Yeah.
And?
That's $10 I can save.
Do you want it?
More
Because
chests.
you get a chest and you get a chest. Everybody gets it.
An egg!
So much crap.
Continue what series? Because Tim Curry can't be the weird Russian dude anymore.
Hey, did you get this thing up here?
Strategy games aren't that popular.
Yeah, not like they used to be.
The fuck are you on?
He's a good arcane cannon.
You haven't gotten. Oh, you can't do this. This is the thing you need to do the constellations for. Ha ha! Hey, you want to see my stream? Look at this. Ready for this? You want to see what's on here? On the other side?
Yep.
Ready for
It's,
this? Ready
you know,
for this?
broken streaming platforms.
Oh, where are we? Looks like the Pyramidion.
Boy.
Oh shit! There it is. See what that is?
What is that?
That's
It's an emblem.
It's not
Yeah.
just any emblem. It's from Destiny 1. From Venus.
Oh.
The library was there.
Alright, so
The Star
come back.
Collectors.
Let me see if I can that I can grapple up there.
Even if you can, unless you have
Yeah,
I was just looking at Odin.
You three are
darn
gosh darn
professional.
professional. Alright. Victor, are you gonna keep trying to get up here, or
Don't jump, you'll die.
Nah, it's okay.
Don't jump, you will die. Don't jump, you will die. Why aren't you jumping? It's weird, right? No, don't go down. No, why'd you do that? I love how it just says roost, by the way, for location. No. It's a couple of gosh darn professionals. Oh, hey, look.
Oh, is that where Odin got his fucking emblem?
That's
oh,
where
the Guardian
Odin-
Games medal?
Yeah, I'm gonna get it. Put it right next to my tankard, and I'm gonna
And your
fucking
strange
hate
coin?
myself. Hey, I actually think the strange coin is really cool, even if it is just kind of useless. But I have that actually right next to my Cade figure.
So, right. Two Etherworld
And
Enclave.
behind Cade, above Cade and behind him, I have a actually no, it's behind the strange coin. It's a sticker that, wait for it, It's a bumper sticker. It's not just any bumper sticker. It's a sticker from like, I don't know, somewhere around 2001, 2002. It says Save Fenway Park. Remember those bumper stickers? I don't know why I got one. I'm just on the other side it says reverse the curse. It does not say
My
that.
kids okay? Are they breathing?
It just says save Fenway Park. What are you talking about? Oh, I don't know.
I think ever since Dan Shaughnessy wrote his book.
Oh, did you see? Speaking of like tragedy and stuff, you see Wakefield's wife? They passed away.
Yep.
Yeah, so.
Did you hear about what
fucking
happened
sad.
to people from Sri Lanka? Happened in Canada? 5 people
Sri
got
Lanka
killed.
up in Canada?
5 people from Sri Lanka got killed in Canada.
From what?
Like, I don't know exactly what killed them, but it was
Oh.
like some 19-year-old like shit killed them.
I mean, I have to look into that. But
Well, it's not yet. What?
Tim Wakefield's wife. I mean, Tim Wakefield was a
They're
legend
both
for the
going through
Sox.
cancer at the same time.
Yeah, super fucking sad. Now their kids are orphans. Yay!
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure they're well off orphans.
Yeah, and they are in their. I think at the point now they're in their.
Yes.
Still, super fucking sad though. Like, holy shit.
Why does it say Keto is not yet acquired? I got number
Because-
4.
Because you didn't do stories. I have no idea.
Have you spoken to the people you're supposed to speak to?
Yeah. You're gonna go talk to what's her face, and she's like, "Oh, hello. It's a pleasure to see you."
I have to speak to Ribbon.
Very best. Like no one ever.
I wish they would fix this, the little in-game text. Like it sticks
Yeah.
around forever.
Oh, you mean LRL? I think that's great.
Yeah.
I need to see that forever. It's really funny.
What's that?
I
Don't
can't
leave
do
me
it
hanging
right
on.
now because we're traveling. God damn it! Ah.
The only way to take care of it is to leave the game.
Oh. Not even change characters will do it. Actually, I don't know about that one.
Jesus, 12 already.
Yeah.
So I have to do the constellation.
You do. Oh.
Like I got
Good news
everything to unlock the other parts. Now I just gotta do.
Oh. So you're gonna do it essentially twice. All right. So you did the first part. Now you just do the second part with the constellations, which you probably do all of them at the same time. Hopefully.
I gotta talk. Oh, this bitch.
What Python?
Oh, hold on. What'd you just say?
Monty?
Monty.
Not Monty. Not
Monty.
Monty. Monty. Ugh. Ugh. Stop it.
There we go. Constellation quest. Constellation tower. Lock. Air. Son of a bitch.
There you have it.
Can you use wish tokens to unlock exotic
yeah.
armor that you haven't unlocked?
Oh, did I do this week's? Let me see.
It's
Did 'em
both
all.
cool and
Oh, we did the prophecy dungeon. That's right. Oh no, I need to do the first encounter of the prophecy dungeon.
I can get a fucking memento. Shit.
Yes. It's the one thing I keep going back to Destiny for.
Oh my god,
Mementos?
these fuckers. Oh, the wishes, constellation, by
That's how I
Travis
actually
the Dream.
completed the Apex Predator.
Cheating.
Why?
Bitch.
I drank.
What am I full on?
I have to do it again on Legend. Oh my god, I want to shit.
Yeah, dude. What did you think? Just do it on Legend. Be a man.
A waste of time.
Do it on Legend. Be a man. You don't even know what we're talking about. Shut up. You don't see? You don't even know. Shut up. Saying stuff just to say stuff. Who says things? All right, let's
Why
see
is there
what we
not
got
enough
here.
space?
I go to the Dreaming City twice. Fuck.
3
off.
contender cards. Are you repairing kettles? I don't care about that. You're gonna stumble with something. More importantly, why are you going around? Why are you going around fucking turkeys?
That's illegal.
It's not
It is.
depending on where you are.
Bestiality is illegal across the country.
I didn't say in this country. I said it depends on where it is.
Yeah, that's true. In Afghanistan, they did fuck goats.
Actually,
Something
it's
you
more
wish
like
to see.
that's a sheep, by the way. But that's a sheep. Why? It's very well known. It's very well known.
I've seen it. It's nasty.
It's well known. So what? You don't have to see it to know about it. I think more importantly, I got
Return to
guitar.
orbit.
Yeah, so
I got. Hey, do you see what it says? It says, "Let's go to the mall, eh?"
Yep, I'm quitting the game.
time. Don't you dare! You should
I
need to see
absolutely
that.
stepped out of the game. You go to hell. You go to hell and you die.
You could have responded back and said, "Let's get a 6-pack of Molson, eh, buddy?
Nay.
I gotta get a 2 for some Molson and before going. Hey, you guy?
I was on a convoy, Jerome. That's where. Pass
Oh
by.
shit! Where are we going? What do you want to do now? What are you thinking there, buddy? Guy? Here's class winners. Hunters. Gross. Where do you want to go now?
I honestly don't know. I'd rather just go and place democracy.
But there's still. Wait for it. Hold on. How much time is there left on this? Oh, we have an hour. Wow. We should be kind of tooling around for almost an hour now. Go, dude. I mean, for the drop, we're almost at an hour. That's actually not that bad. Here, you want to help me just do the first encounter of the prophecy dungeon, so I can finish that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sweet. Where is
Wait,
it again?
boss?
No. The first phalanx dude.
Yeah, the boss.
Where is it?
Prophecies and legends.
I'm letting you back in the game.
It's messed up, dude.
It is 12:30, so I am going to call it.
Oh, I thought you were cool.
So did I,
Nice.
but then I realized that, I'm too old to be cool now.
Any plans for the weekend?
Yeah, I'm gonna go pick up my car from the shop and write him a check for $4.5 grand.
What? Wait, the pickup?
No, like my Malibu.
What the fuck happened?
The head gasket leaked.
Oh,
And the warranty I had expired, and the new paperwork didn't go through in time, so I got the bone.
Holy shit! That's not even like light. That is.
Nope, it is very. It took me over a month to find somebody willing to do the work.
Wow. Holy shit!
And we just shelled out about $500 to have the power steering fixed in the truck.
You don't really need a power steering fix, man. You just need a good workout when you're driving.
No, that
Three
truck
dark.
is no joke.
I know. That's why I said a good workout.
No, believe me, I tried.
I believe it. I believe it.
I could do it with my Buick. Oh my god, I could not move that truck.
More. Sorry, 3 more things over here.
Right now.
Oh, you need light now? Okay. Oh, why didn't you say so? That's terrible news. I'm sorry to hear that. That's why you never buy American.
That sadly is the truth.
Man, I've been looking casually. And that doesn't fix anything with automotive. So I've been looking at cars and for a while. I've been looking at cars for a while. I've been just in a constant state of compare and contrast. So on one hand, I would love a Chevy, but on the other hand, they suck.
Yeah,
They
the newer
used to be,
models is not reliable.
dude. They used to be fucking great, and it's just like, what the hell, man? God,
They
it's
outsource
okay.
everything.
No, it's not. It's not outsourced. It's just the quality control is just non-existent now. So, like, all the manufacturing happens in the United States. Most of the assembly will happen throughout. Oh, you kidding me? Throughout North America. Did you get the dark one? You did.
Yeah. I always get dark in the other room.
Yeah. Tried it as well. But yeah, dude, it's just reading. It's like, yeah, you want a reliable car? Get a Toyota. Honda's gone down for the last couple of years.
Life.
Still better than Chevy, and everything at this point seems to be better than
Ford.
Dodge. Well, no, Ford is still better than Dodge. It's the
Dodge
Stellantis
is
shit.
is sort of the standard scrap heap.
Down on road, dude.
Yes,
What do you
anything
mean?
made by
Drive a Chevy.
Stellantis. Yeah. Yeah, but you didn't treat it.
Yeah,
But
you
you
don't
didn't
treat your
treat it
vehicles well.
Well,
No, it's great, but you're not driving a Dodge now.
Yeah. It's the neons. The neons when they came out were still decent, dude. Like.
You treated that neon the way I treated my first Xbox.
Road hard and count on road dead.
No, I punched it and dented the hard drive.
That's alright.
Bastard. Anyway, like my next car, it's kind of now in like a debate between a Subaru.
Dispensary. This is it.
Looking at the Subaru
Looks
Forester.
like Colin was really
I
prepared.
really want the.
Or
I
maybe
really
he was
want an
planning to
electric
open his
car,
own
but
Aaron will appreciate that.
they're just not there yet, and they're not cheap for what they are, which is the other part that kind of pisses me off.
Mother got a lyric.
They're nice.
Oh yeah, they're
expensive.
really nice. Yeah, she's in the process of filing a lemon for it.
Wow.
Since having it, she's taking it to the dealership I think 8 or 9 times.
That's GM's for you, man. Like GM, for whatever fucking reason, they have a huge opportunity on their hands for great EVs made in the U.S. So you're eligible for the tax credit and stuff like that. But they keep fucking it up, dude.
Yeah.
They put out the Chevy Blazer, which is supposed to be a mid-size or a crossover SUV, and they want 60 grand for it. I'm like, why? What is it that deserves it to be 60 grand? Is it the lack of Apple CarPlay or Android Auto? Is it the fact that people that were driving it were stalling out or just not starting the car or wasn't charged? The
People are gonna
infotainment
try to remember
braking.
the K5 Blazers of years gone by.
Dude, it's fucked up. And you're just like, what? What are you thinking, GM? Like, this is how you do it? It's a shame, too, because everything else they have going for it is great. From a design perspective, the battery panels are modular. So they can quickly get in there, make the changes they need to make, and get out without having to replace the entire battery if one panel goes.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
If the rest of the car goes well.
She hadn't even had the car. Just fucking up so much.
Yeah, it's just messed up.
Yeah.
You want to keep going, or are you good here?
You said you just needed to be there.
My next car, I'm looking at Subaru Jerome. I think you should look at the Kia Seltos. It's a sub crossover, so it's a little bit bigger than the sedan, but it has almost double. No, it'll double the fuel economy of Camaro, and it comes standard with all-wheel drive.
Hold on, are you getting a new Kia or getting like an older
Kia
model?
The Kia Seltos is a 3-year-old model line. So
Be mindful that a lot of insurers tend to be wary about Kias.
It doesn't have any of the defects on both the theft and the batteries.
I know, but still be mindful that even though that may be the case, models that had the theft issue.
Roman, you don't have to worry about that. So I still recommend the Seltos for that. You know, standard all-wheel drive, which is nice, but you're not paying the premium that you would. So, and then for me, I'm looking at it's a tie between the Subaru Forester and the Toyota CRV. I think it's CRV.
Oh, that's Honda.
I'm gonna bounce.
All right, buddy. Peace out. Is it not? Yeah, it is not. What is it? Blanking on it right now.
You had RAV4?
Yes, thank you. The RAV4. So, yeah, it's those two that.
Wife loves the RAV4.
RAV4 is nice, dude.
Yeah, it is.
You know, the reason for the Subaru will drive, right? And I'm leaning towards the newer Forester, which hasn't come out yet, but it'll be the same style. It's just better manufacturing. One order, that's it. Should be happy with that.
Yeah. The chest report.
Oh, the chest? Yeah, that's good.
Not on the B.
Plasma storage destroyed.
Aggressive?
Now proceed with your
Be
mission.
aggressive. If you're on controller, press B.
the other spare arrows too.
Well, I meant like wall grinding.
Oh.
Not at the right place. Damn. Fuck off.
Yeah, bang ground.
What do you need to do for prophecy?
That's one of the wishes.
Oh.
Yeah. It was either you the thing on the hardest difficulty. Like you had to choose. The hardest difficulty, the season stuff. And then if you're like ribbons, run, or crosses, entertainment.
What's funny is I have one of those, but it says I have to execute drawn counter and you might want to double check yours.
What's done? I'm done.
Okay.
So, I've now done all of them. So I jumped on it. Not too long. And I figured, yeah, well, I'm 2 around. Well.
You get some serious hair.
Skates.
Just realized you are the grind.
What's up?
Subclass color.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sending you the first set of pictures.
That's exactly what we need. Move to the second point.
Now what? Reads? I don't know. What else I want to do with this stupid game? At the same time, think of the twitch traps.
It's just a fucking diamond.
I know. That's important. Do it now, you have to do it for. If you do it now, you have to do it for the rest of the time it's available. It'll be done.
Or, I mean, I already got this. Do this.
You're right. You already did everything else, so you don't have to do anything else. Let's see. What other activities are there worth doing? Do this premise stuff real quick, in and out. I'm not gonna do that up here.
You need to hit the platinum score.
Go. auto pitch.
Overload.
Good. Just gotta slap on my bond.
Yeah, shit.
Rocking this silly ass time. Wow. Could you say it with any more monotone? Sounds just oh. Elizabeth Brave just saying, shut them down. Lex, we're trying to do
The British, non-British accent.
shut them down. Can be better.
You're British, non-British. You can't make up.
Go for it.
Giant Slayer finishing touches and.
Forget to grab as many as a flight you can. And those that orange captain, you can also do the finisher.
Finish this dude?
No.
I don't think so.
Bonds already? That's awesome.
Max gold. Ability. Hell? Our fire team?
Huh?
Oh,
No,
hell.
no. That was just to the rest of the clan.
Oh.
This guy's laughing. That's great.
That's still the same voice actors. Original. I remember in Destiny 1 voice actor
Oh no, no.
from
They changed it.
Maggie. Oh, damn it. Champion fell off the board.
Alright, the captain's up ahead. You can still do it to him too. Frozen.
Figure out a way to do it to these guys. Are they close?
I don't think any of them are orange or red. Down here though.
Yes.
Second batch going through.
Got it. One more to go.
I'm fucking moving.
Oh, sorry. I figured they were just freezing.
Kept running. Oh no.
This guy will do it though.
Fuck off. I didn't get it.
There should be the captain here. I don't know if he's yellow or red though. I think there's another. So maybe not.
It'll pop. Yeah, there it goes.
He's good. Nice.
That's the last one.
Good job with these pictures, Rivers. We're one step closer to preparing a counterattack.
Yep.
I'm starting to see why Skynet isn't so fond of you.
Right.
Now get your ass back to the
One
shelter.
fucked off.
There we go.
Nice.
I think it's another champion.
There it is. so glad they didn't make wyverns unstoppables.
Yeah.
Leave that bullshit.
Jacob, how is Pasadena?
Imagine that bullshit.
You know what?
It'd be
Oh,
horrible.
forget I asked.
I'd
I don't
rather
want to know. I'm just glad that you're all right.
And how are you doing?
I guess I'm a little nervous before tomorrow.
Aren't you curious about what happened in Pasadena?
No. I think I'd rather keep that place in the past.
Just go.
Actually, I have a confession to make. I've never been outside of Pasadena until now. Can you believe that?
Fuck. Oh, this bitch is still up.
He's gone.
How's that even possible?
With all the people constantly stopping by, there was always plenty to do at the house. I did my traveling through pictures and postcards that wanderers brought with them. My favorite had a little flamingo drinking water from a lake on it. Its long red neck curved like a snake. Patrick's mother gave me that
God
postcard.
damn it.
It's funny how I never met my
Sorry,
mother,
man.
but I was around to see Patrick's leave him.
Got stuck in a corner.
Happens to the best of us.
I thought Patrick was your brother.
In our house, we were all brothers and sisters. But me and Patrick, we've always had this special bond. Felt what the other one was feeling. We'd even get sick together. I remember the day Patrick's mom brought him in. They were both tired and dirty, so we took care of them. Patrick was crying a lot. He was teething at the time. I think that was what scared her away. She just couldn't handle the crying.
How was she?
I loved her. For the time she was with us, I
almost
liked to
ready.
pretend she was my mother, too. After she took off, I was devastated.
Yeah.
But my father said, "You need to grow up. You have a brother now." So I burned the postcard. The little red flamingo flew up in flames. And I promised myself I'd never be weak again. But I guess we all need someone we can be weak with sometimes, don't we?
I never asked you. What are you planning to do tomorrow?
I've been meaning to tell you earlier, but I panicked. And that's because I decided to go with Ryan. We'll find somewhere safe, away from all this. You have to understand, I need to do what's best for Patrick. I'm his big sis. I need to protect him. I haven't told him yet. He'll be devastated leaving you and Aaron, but I think it's for the best.
Wake up! We need to move.
What's going on?
Everyone, wake up! You need to get out of here.
Who the fuck are you?
It doesn't matter. What matters is that you can't stay here any longer.
She asked a question, and I suggest answering.
You don't want to do that. I've got this place rigged with explosives, and there's a detonator in my pocket.
You got what?
Do you mind? Lower your gun, Ryan. He's the one that saved my life. What do you want from us? You have to get out of here. Skynet's on its way. They finally found you.
What you mean they found us? They were looking for us?
Not for you. For him.
Yes.
He's essential
Get
to
rid of
winning
this
this
big
war.
motherfucker.
Skynet knows
Yep.
that. That's why they've been following him for months. I have to make sure nothing
Even-
happens to him. In a couple of minutes, an infiltrator will walk in here trying to kill him. I can't let that happen. We have to bury that Terminator here once and for all.
All right, everybody, you heard him. Let's get moving. I'll get the bus ready.
Hell, man.
There's no time for that. There's a
Yeah,
passage
just
here. It
upstairs.
will lead you out. Use it.
Time to kill
What
everything
was
as
that?
quickly as we can.
All right, everyone, get out!
Jacob!
Give me that. It's the same one. It's the same model. Leave! Now!
You got him.
How the hell's he still
Yeah,
alive?
Go, go! Watch out!
That's alright.
Don't just stand there! Run!
Nice. 242. Not quite. Not quite. There you go. Alright. Well, let's see. If we go to tower. I don't know if that's going to be what you needed, but oh, hello.
Got it.
Hour and a half. You did? Nice.
I doubt it.
Oh. Yeah, we probably could have gone a little bit faster.
I mean, it was
At the
just
end
two
there?
of us.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Is I think we could have gotten a little bit faster. So, like, if I hadn't died a couple of times, we would have gotten pretty soon 50 for sure. So, I need to play like a dum dum, and we'll be fine. Precisely. Oh yeah, and not get the kills in the.
Baron listened to us. She could no longer deny that this infiltrator was a real threat. She decided to take everyone in, on her terms. The shelter was on high alert, but thanks to the intel I gathered in Pasadena, we slowed the advance of the Annihilation Line and gained some time. Just enough to start preparing the counterattack.
Let's see here. They've won 3 days in a row for Honor. And yet, it's supposed to be like every time you win, it's supposed to make like double the number of yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Hunters, I think the Hunters are gonna win this one.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, here's the Titans.
I just won last year because of lands.
Just know that. Not when you say it like that. It's not. So, Trim, I don't know if you know this or not, but now the voice actor last year.
Sergeant? At
He
ease.
is the, you know, John, the concierge, the. That's right. Yeah, that's right. I forgot to use him.
But
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
Well, look at you, Sergeant.
He's French.
When you helped us in Pasadena the other
Oh,
day, I was
French?
trying
I thought you
really
said-
hard not to panic because you were only a private.
Yeah, fridge.
Sorry
Fridge.
for underestimating you.
You know, fridge.
I guess I should
where they keep the ham.
salute or something.
oh, I thought you said friend.
Oh, yeah, friends.
It's like Lance's
Oh.
and friends.
You don't remember? He's the guy that gives them the
Every
coffee.
day a little better.
Ah,
Aaron says he'll be back on his feet in no time.
that was the case.
She's done a great job.
So where'd you end up?
I wish I could repay her somehow. It just doesn't seem that she
You get this,
needs
though.
anything.
Getting ready
What?
for another scavenging
You
run?
get the other side.
No,
It's that
I just came
ritual.
out here to catch my breath.
Yes.
Baron
that's
is
what I was
giving us
saying
the
earlier.
entire evening off, believe it or not.
Just
Doesn't
go in
sound
and
like
out
her.
whenever
I
they.
need to report to Baron.
Yeah, but I wouldn't know I was there.
No, I know. Besides, you're not getting any of that good, right? The hollow tender, paradoxical. So who gives a shit?
Yeah, where I see my position for.
It should be when you us. I think it's
Rivers,
Like, I didn't get
DN
the top
46890.
yeah, no,
close.
I can't remember.
The commander is expecting you in the control room, Sergeant.
I don't know. Check for the email, maybe. Be
It's fine.
Maraschino cherries again.
I got the other
Where do they
hoverboard,
keep
so.
finding this shit?
I don't get it. How did they bring that buggy down here?
It's fucking hullabaloo.
Hey, I'm just catching up with Mark. I'll get back to work in a couple of minutes. You won't tell, right? But no, seriously, you won't tell,
I am
right?
tired. I'm gonna go.
I'm going out soon. I haven't made my daily
Gentlemen.
quota yet. I still have 3 more
Classy.
rats to catch.
Action
If you see one, let
nasty.
me know, okay?
Hey Ryan, how's everything?
Exactly as you would imagine. Barons keep me busy. They weren't kidding when they said she's a hard ass.
What happened after you started your camp?
Honestly, not that much. At least not in the beginning. When we gave up on the idea of getting in touch with anyone, we just tried to adapt. Temperatures fell, we had to scavenge for food. All of a sudden, that became our life.
When did you first hear about Skynet?
Oh, that came years later. We did hear some rumors about robot warriors, but you must understand how crazy it sounded back then. And that wasn't even the most insane story out there. My favorite one was about the radioactive squirrel zombies. Well, I know how stupid it sounds, but we managed to have fun in our little commune. I still had my guitar with me. We talked
You
a
can
lot
hear him
about how we're
call
gonna
it a
be
night. You have a
famous,
good one.
because we're the
You too,
only
Jerome.
living band in the world.
What was your band's name?
Well, we were thinking about changing it to Survivors, but something similar was already taken. We were just stupid kids, not realizing what was going on. We paid the price for it the first time we saw a tin can. I was tuning my guitar when I heard a strange noise. I found out later that it was a T-400. Must have heard me play. It didn't even have the decency to look scary. Maybe if it did, we wouldn't have just stood there when it started firing.
What did you do?
I froze. I didn't run to help. I didn't scream. I didn't even move. I just stood there, like a coward. The tin can got Tucker with a single bullet. Bam, just like that. 7 other people died before we finally destroyed that thing. Ironically enough, I was the one who delivered the final blow. Safe to say, it was the beginning of a new era.
What did you hear?
A lot of rumors going around of how she's sending insubordinate workers to the front line. And by insubordinate, I mean people who ain't willing to work 18 hours a day, every day.
Alright, I'm back. Oh, what are we doing?
Do you need anything?
Can I see your hardware?
Oh, he took off, eh? Alright. Oh, yeah, he's not in the Discord anymore. So there you have it. Nuts. Nuts. Da-da. Shut it away. Ow. What do you mean find them all? I already what I did. Push it higher. Hey, you said excuse me in here. Holding on to Woods Golden, check it out.
Sergeant?
At ease.
Well, look at when you
How's Patrick?
every
Getting
No.
doesn't I need Rivers, DN 46890.
The commander is expecting you in the control room, Sergeant.
maraschino cherries again.
I don't get it. Why did they bring that buggy down here?
Hey, I'm just catching up with Mark. I'll get back to work in a couple of minutes.
I'm going out soon. I haven't made my daily quota yet. I still have 3 more rats to catch. If you see one, let me know, okay?
Hey, Ryan.
Exactly.
What happened?
On temperatures.
When did...
Oh, and that wasn't even... I talked to them. Well, we would find out...
What did...
I caught the 10 safe.
What did...
Do you need anything?
Can I see your hardware?
Need anything?
Can I see your hardware? Are you all right?
Me? Honey, I'm about the most well-adjusted person in this goddamn place. It's the others you should be concerned about.
You mean Ryan?
Ryan ain't so hot either, but that's another story.
Jennifer?
I'm worried about her. I'm the one that asked Baron to give her team a little break. Jennifer's been busy scavenging supplies for the soldiers, and she hardly had time to see Patrick. And now she's finally got a day off. She's avoiding him like the plague.
How's Patrick doing?
He's fine, but it wouldn't kill you if you checked on him yourself.
Is there anything you need?
No. I have to say, the Resistance is pretty well supplied. Don't tell me you miss running errands for me. I don't believe that for a second.
And what about something other than this?
Damn.
Honey, I'm not shy. I'll let you know if I need anything, okay? But thank you for asking.
Take care. How are you doing?
Good. Erin's going to let me leave in a couple of days. Thanks for bringing that chalk. I've been drawing a lot. I'd be so bored without it.
How do you like living in the shelter?
There's a lot of people here. I like that. I heard a funny joke yesterday. You want to hear it?
Yeah, tell me.
What's brown and sticky? A stick.
That's funny.
I know, right?
How's Jennifer?
She's out a lot, but I understand. She's a scavenger.
I have to go.
Alvin lost his spider scout again.
Man, I saw it crawling through the shelter earlier. It almost gave me a heart attack.
You wanted to see me.
You're finally here. Good. I have a special task for you. I want you to head downtown to check on the doctor.
Doctor?
Alvin. He's out there making sure that our defense systems are working properly. Ever since we went radio silent, I had a small team of trustworthy messengers maintaining communication between our outposts. They haven't returned, so I want you to go downtown and see why that happened. Could be nothing. But Connor doesn't want any hiccups while he's up there in North Division preparing the attack on Skynet's central core.
If you don't mind me asking, how did you end up here?
Excuse me if I act a little surprised, Sergeant. But no one in here thinks it's wise to ask their superior personal questions. But since you did, I'll humor you. So, how did I get here? The same way you did. I was born, raised, and given a gun. We don't really have a say in what we do we? Or do I assume too much? Was it any different for you? Why do you fight, Sergeant?
It's the right thing to do.
There's nothing noble in what we do. Humans were fighting humans since the beginning of time. It just so happens that right now we have a common enemy. If it wasn't for the machines, we'd probably be fighting each other.
Did it.
So, I guess we should thank the machines for teaching us compassion.
I guess we should. I have my special way of thanking them. A shot to the skull from a plasma rifle. Besides, I'm not a fighter. When I go out there in the middle of the night with my Westinghouse, I'm not looking for a fight. I look to seek and conquer. I'm not a fighter. I'm a bully.
Who wants to be a bully?
Believe me, there will come a time when you'll become whatever you need to be to survive. No one ever stands up to bullies. But I have to admit, it has its downsides. One of them being that no one ever asks me a personal question. At least not since Perry died. So congratulations, Rivers. Takes guts to stand up to a bully.
I guess since your promotion, you got a little more cocky. Good for you.
Is there a problem with the radio?
The Annihilation Line is within spitting distance of downtown. We suspect that Skynet will be intercepting all transmissions from that location. So for now, we're going radio silent. That's why I need you to go there personally.
Central Core?
Skynet's main reactor, the source of all their power. We shut down the Central Core, we shut down Skynet. Connor's preparing the attack as we speak. So you understand we can't have any critical complications at this stage.
We need a medic over here!
I'm telling you, I saw something.
What's happening, Private?
A couple of aerials flew in and dropped containers full of metals. They started shooting while our defense systems did nothing.
What about the doctor? Where's Alvin?
He's still out there.
All right.
There's one more thing. Before I got hit and dragged here, I saw something. I'm not sure, but I think it was one of our own soldiers that led Skynet's attack.
Sergeant, we're outnumbered, and they keep bringing more wounded. We don't stand a chance. We have to evacuate.
Is Alvin still there?
He is.
Then we're not leaving. We have to bring him back and see what the hell is going on with those defenses, and brief Commander Barron on what's happening here. I'm moving out. You stay here with the wounded.
You want me to break the radio silence?
At this point, it doesn't matter, does it?
Understood. Go ahead, sir.
You two follow me. We have to reach those defense systems.
Yes, sir.
Spiders up ahead!
Influence.
Lead the way.
Good to see you, Sergeant.
What's the status?
We got a defensive perimeter set up just down the road.
Doesn't seem to be working.
Skynet got forces behind their back. Now they're between a rock and a hard place.
All right, we need to reach our guys. Let's clear the way. Keep moving.
Here they come! T-47, watch out!
Flank it!
Take out those smaller units! T-47, watch out!
Flank it!
Take out those smaller units! Ariel, take cover!
Now, shoot before it reboots!
Roger! Look for grenades!
find him! This way! Just beyond that overpass! Flamethrower! Shoot the tank! Cover!
We need to rescue the dock before those tanks reach us! Oh, Shit! We're too late. They're already here. This is it! Take care of those drones! It's clear. Wait here. I'll go get the doctor. Alvin! Oh my god, I'm actually glad to see you. What happened here? Why are the defense systems not working? They are working, but their target filtering has been reset to non-hostile. One of Baron's messengers came with the order to temporarily change it, so I did!
Baron's messengers. We need to leave now.
Yes, let's do that. I'm all for that.
Are you all right? We need to move.
You don't have to tell me twice. Escort secured. Ah! Go! I don't like this. I don't like any of this. Ariel!
Okay, go!
It's turning around! It's right behind us!
Don't look back!
Good idea!
You go talk to Commander Baron. I've had enough excitement for one day.
Do you need anything?
Can I see your hardware?
anything.
Can I see your hardware?
Hey, glad to see you alive. Thanks for sticking your neck out for us. I wanted to tell you that, you know, just in case.
Hey, are you all right? We just got the news about the attack. They're getting closer, aren't they?
Lay still. Don't move. Thanks for getting us out of there, Sergeant.
What's up?
I know you're busy, but I found something. Something I think you'll like. A tape from back in the day. I want to play it for you, but my boombox is busted. So, if you're out there and find one that works, bring it to me, okay?
Can't you ask Jennifer or one of the other scavengers for help?
I already did, but they couldn't find anything. Just think about it, okay?
Jacob,
What's in your mind?
ever since you asked me about Peter, I can't stop thinking about him. Like a teenage girl. That's your fault, young man.
Are you thinking about anything in particular?
About the day we first met. It was long before Judgment Day. I was getting coffee on my way to school. I noticed him because he was buying tea in a coffee shop. I don't know why, but that made me smile. Maybe it's stupid. Maybe I should stop thinking about him. He's probably dead by now. God knows he can't take care of himself.
Do you want to find him?
Sometimes I think I should drop everything and go. I would get an earful from Baron, but she's nothing I can't handle. Anyway, what I didn't tell you before is that during Judgment Day, I lost a child. Our child. I don't know if it would have happened anyway, but I like to blame the machines for that. I think that Peter felt with Taylor we were given a second chance. God, he's still out there waiting for me, isn't he? Probably sitting in his rocking chair back in our house in Hollywood Hills. Oh, where the hell are you, Peter?
How are the wounded doing?
The few that came back, they're doing fine. We patched them up, and at this point we're just sitting and waiting.
Wasn't expecting to find you here. You always seem to be out these days.
Yeah, that's true. Lately I've been making extra runs to stock up on resources. Truth is, I was even thinking about leaving. But right now, I'm just waiting for my team to head back to downtown to look for other survivors. Let's hope there still are some.
Is there something on your mind?
Actually, I have a secret to tell you. You've a fan. Patrick really looks up to you. It's good for him to have a role model. And I don't think he could have chosen better.
Thank you. It means a lot.
Are you kidding? It's the least I can do for helping us all this time. If you hadn't found us back in Pasadena, I don't know what would have happened. Well, actually I do. Exactly what the others said would happen. People were talking about the Annihilation Line months before it came. My father, of course, tried to turn it all into a joke.
But what did you think about it?
I didn't know what to think. Travelers would bring all sorts of gossip with them. But this kept coming back. When Patrick asked me if I was scared, I lied and said that I wasn't. You could feel the mood change at the house. The community my father tried to build started falling apart. Fewer and fewer people were coming by, and if they did, they weren't always friendly. We started to notice things going missing. Little things at first. People got nervous, and with time, it even got to my father.
What do you mean?
Well, for one thing, he stopped making jokes. It had never been as quiet at the house as it had been back then. After a while, my father changed the sign from welcome to beware. He put a lock on the door and started carrying a shotgun. I didn't even know he owned a gun. He always said he didn't believe in them. I wanted us to leave our house and run, but he didn't want to listen. Said it was the only place he could keep us safe. Thanks for letting me spill my guts like that.
I see that Patrick's doing better.
He is. He's a fighter. Certainly has more courage than I do.
Why did you want to leave?
In the face of what's going on now, it will sound stupid, but it just got to be a bit much, you know? With Patrick hurt, I started to wonder if I'm even doing him any good by sticking around. I've been trying to protect him all this time, but I couldn't. I proven that much already. First in Pasadena, then at our hideout. I was thinking that maybe he'd be safer here at the shelter. But don't worry, I changed my mind since. Rivers, you want to explain to me what the hell happened?
We lost downtown.
I know that much. But how's that possible? What happened to our defense systems?
Alvin says one of our soldiers came with an order directly from you to reset the target settings for non-lethals.
He said what? Alright. This is what I want you to do. Find whoever is responsible for sending that order. All the messengers have GPS tracking, so we're keeping tabs on their location. Find them and bring them to me.
Understood.
And Rivers, despite what I might say about our resident egghead, I truly have a hard time believing that my men are incompetent. So expect the unexpected. And you know what I mean by that.
Do you think the infiltrator's back?
We won't be sure until you find those messengers and confirm my suspicion.
Now that you mention it...
What?
One of our soldiers said that it looked as if one of our guys led Skynet's attack.
That only supports my case. As soon as you know what's going on, radio me.
Who's Perry? You mentioned him before.
The best soldier I ever fought beside. He was the one who brought me into the Resistance. It's actually a funny story. Years ago, when I was just a kid, I saw a Skynet drone attacking some guy. Without thinking, I grabbed a rock and jumped on it. The guy was screaming the whole time while I beat the metal to the ground. Only when I was done did I realize he was trying to stop me.
Seems you were a tough kid.
Life didn't exactly soften me much. To survive, I embraced the savage it made me. He was a resistance scientist, and that drone was one of his projects. So you can imagine he wasn't too happy when I smashed it to pieces. But he wasn't alone. There was this huge guy with a rifle on his shoulder, almost choking with laughter. I sure made his day.
Way to make a good first impression.
Sure is. That scientist later told me that was the first time he ever heard Perry laugh. Somehow, Perry and I connected. He taught me how to channel my anger and get it under control. He introduced me to Connor, and that's how I got to the 132nd.
Whatever happened to Perry?
Skynet got hold of our position. We had to leave our shelter. There were a lot of casualties, and he was one of them. He died a soldier. I'd never thought I'd be reminiscing about the day I met them. This may come as a surprise to you, but it was the first metal I ever destroyed.
I'm not surprised. You were still just a kid.
That doesn't mean I didn't have a kill count back then. It just consisted of people. But that's a different story.
You want me to break radio silence?
They have a head start on us. At this point, we can't afford to lose any time.
What's up?
It's hard out there for a pimp.
Yeah.
Every group I've joined has been like. I joined a group, and when we were flying in, some dude named Femboy was like, one guy was like, "Are we all ready?" And we're like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'll try my best." And then when we landed, I was like, is there somebody here who's learning? And he's like, and the guy who's running it was like, "Oh, is there somebody here who doesn't know what to do?" I was like, somebody said they'll try their best, so I just assumed that we're teaching, and it was just fucking crickets. And then he's like, "I was joking. I have 66 clears of this raid. I know what the fuck to do." And I was like, "Okay, relax. We didn't mean anything by it." And as I'm saying this, he immediately dies because he decided he was gonna try and cheese the opening of the raid. There's a way that you can like strand into a hole on the side of the big wall down it, and just go in there and you climb on some tarps and then you like drop down a way and you basically drop down into the first encounter and you skip the whole opening part essentially.
Whatever.
And so when he died, I was like, "Are you sure you're not new?" Joking, obviously, right? Like, and I don't know, everybody was just kind of chuckling about it, and he's like, "You know what? I don't fucking like you guys anymore."
Fair enough.
We're all like, "What?" Like,
All
oh
right.
my god.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh my goodness. But I mean, come on. You can't like. I feel like if somebody brags about clears and
what the hell are
well,
they doing
yeah,
here?
and when I said to him when he was like, "I know what the fuck to do," I was like, "Okay, relax. We didn't mean anything by it. We just took you sincerely." I was like, "I'm not like just kidding around." And no, when he died, I was like, "We're just kidding around," and he was like, "I don't have a sarcasm filter. If you say something, I'm gonna take you at your word," which is funny in hindsight now that I think back on the altercation, because he started out by talking shit, joking around, right? Joking about not knowing what to do. And then when we were like, when we took him sincerely, he was like,
enough to take a picture.
"No, don't be stupid. I know what to do."
Nice.
It was a very fucking weird interaction. It's super weird.
I love it. I do love it. I'm watching my stream this entire time.
I did actually. I don't know how to get it yet, but when I was watching the stream, literally it showed up. There was like a bar that went down as I was watching it.
Oh, good. Okay, there you go. So you got it. Yeah.
I think so. I haven't gone to the tower yet to check, but
Well, no, you gotta clean it on. You have a Twitch account?
yeah, of course I do.
Okay. So
Yeah, it even says Twitch drop diamond, blah 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 blah.
yeah, so you need to make sure that your Twitch is connected to your Destiny account.
Yeah, it should be. Drops.
And then
Yeah, right here. Collection required.
there you go. You just gotta collect it on Twitch.
Watch an hour and 57 minutes. That's weird, because when I watched it, it had the thing go down and then it disappeared. So I assumed it was time.
No.
That's alright. 2% of 2 hours.
Yeah,
Well,
2 hours now. So that anyone that was watching before sounds like I'm the only one that got it. That's okay.
watched your own stream?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
Well, I have to, right? If I'm going to moderate it.
Yeah,
So
of course.
I have like editable stream stuff. I have stream powers that allows me to like ban people and stuff like that. So whenever I see like a quick message that's like from a bot, I report and ban the bot. So
Sure, yeah, makes sense.
in the game.
podcast you were watching has ended.
Yeah, my game crashed. She's like, yeah, I'm done.
It's fine. That's fair.
I thought so.
Well,
So, I think I worked hard for it.
for you.
Hey, thanks, homie. So, did you finish your raid or not?
No. No, I didn't finish any of the raids that I joined.
I saw you had 4. I was gonna join.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, it was. I got kicked from a raid because a dude embarrassed himself and didn't know what to do. And when I was trying to tell him, no, go over here and do this, go over here and do this, or we're gonna wipe. And then, like I said, we were gonna wipe. He kicked me. So, yeah, it's been rough out there.
We're out there for a pimp, like you said.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, could be worse. You could be watching Avatar, the live action.
I mean, you know, it has had some cool moments, but as a whole story, it has been horrendously underwhelming. I feel, here's my issue with it. They've sucked all the joy out of it. Truly. Like, there's no... And the worst part is that because they've tried so hard to fuck with the tone of the show, whenever they do try to inject just a moment of fun, it feels like it doesn't fit. It feels forced, and it feels disingenuous. You know? Like, just weird. It's, oh yeah, I forgot that these characters are supposed to be fun and funny and charming and sweet. Because they never are. And now that you're trying to make them into those things, it feels weird, you know?
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, I have not overly been impressed. Hey, how's it going?
Alright.
Well, that's good.
Oh, I don't know if you stuck around for the full broadcast when I was streaming or not.
I lost connection a few times, and I wasn't fully watching it. I was mostly watching Ghosts.
No, I don't care if you're watching or not, man. It's not important. It's just I'm figuring like, hey, I was broadcasting for over the 2-hour mark, so whoever's watching could have the drop. After that, I was pretty much done. Okay. But I can run a raid again tomorrow with broadcast. So.
Sure. Why not?
To be King's Fall. Or it will be too short. Unless you're teaching, in which case it will take forever. Once you tell us about it. No. I'm just, it doesn't matter what it is, right? I went in and I got the witness that I already grabbed after I did a couple rounds of Crucible, and then they wouldn't match me again. After one match. It's like, alright, well, I'm done with Crucible. And got the cats I was missing. I sealed the suit. I did that. I had dropped that. That was around in game. So it was weird. It actually took a little overtime. I'm not sure why. So you think that this episode of Ghost, which we haven't seen, I think it's the series or it's just the season?
No, it's probably the best episode of the series. It's so
Wow. That's
I
saying
wish you hadn't said that, truthfully.
Yeah.
because now you're gonna have such high hopes that there's no way you can live up to it.
I mean,
High
I don't know how it
expectations,
possibly
for
could.
sure.
Like, best of the entire series?
For me, yes,
mean-
it was absolutely. I don't think I've enjoyed, even like when I saw how I knew everything how it was going to go. I was like, okay, I don't care. This is still great.
Okay. Well, we've watched how many episodes of Avatar now? 4, 3, 4?
Well, you could just tell them they're leaving Omashu.
The episode that was. They tried to cram like 4 different episodes into that episode.
Yeah, and
That's
like I said from the very beginning,
episode.
the way they
And the worst part
changed
is,
Umi was for me the biggest issue in the whole series.
Yeah.
I didn't even necessarily take issue with that, but I did take issue with all of the characters they tried to introduce in a single episode and how they tried to make all of the stories intersect, and it just did not work because that's not how their stories did not intersect those side characters, you know? I just don't.
Yeah, putting the engineer inside of Omashu was a bad choice.
Agreed.
It really was a bad choice for a number of reasons, not least of all the fact that in order
Now
for
they
them
don't need to go
cram,
to the Northern Air Temple, or whatever the other air temple, because that's where they
Yeah.
met him, right?
yeah, it is. They had basically they had sort of bastardized the air temple essentially, and it kind of turned into an island of lost boys. You know, there was one adult who was using it as a place for his inventions. It's the first place we get to be introduced to the technology that the firebenders are using, including all of the blimps, the hot air balloons, you know, like it's a big deal. It seems like a throwaway episode, but it's actually a pretty important one to introduce a lot of elements that become fundamental later, you know.
And it
Not to
introduces
mention,
something to a kid's show that is really hard to introduce. The complexity of choices as an adult. Like the guy's not evil, but he's definitely
No.
doing something pretty evil.
yeah, he's essentially making weapons for the Nazis, you know. But he does feel like he has no choice. He wants to protect his son, and he already feels like his son is vulnerable because his son is disabled. And that's another thing too. By cramming those characters into another episode, we really take away more getting to know this character, which was a big deal at the time, having a disabled child as not a non-sympathetic character in a children's show, showing him do awesome fucking things, flying around, keeping up with Aang, you know, when he's airbending in the sky. We didn't get to see really any of that because they put him in Omashu. You know, him and all the other kids, right, who are soaring around in the sky thanks to the technology that they have, and the fact that this kid just fucking kills it, despite the fact that he is, I don't know, a paraplegic, I guess, some
Yeah, he
form
is a
of
paraplegic.
disabled.
No,
Yeah.
no, yeah, he's a paraplegic.
It just,
Yeah.
I don't know. It, to me, I think that that's a really cool episode. It's probably up there in my top 10 favorite episodes. You get to see the Northern Air Temple. You know, you get some really cool action scenes because of the setting that they're in. You get to meet these really interesting characters. And you also have this really interesting perspective where Aang gets angry because he feels really protective over what they've done to the air temple. And we as an audience start originally siding with Aang because, like Aang, we did a time jump from a story perspective, right? We didn't spend 100 years with the people of this world while Aang was frozen in ice to see how they needed to use what they had, right? And seeing the justification for finding this hideout and using it and building on top of it, even though it's sacred land. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there was a really interesting ethical point to be made on both sides of the fence for this, right? It's perfectly good space. It's not being used. You have basically refugees who have fled war and are looking for a safe space. Did it make it okay for them to use the sacred temples? I mean, there is no one using them. So you know what I mean? Where are the ethics then?
Yeah.
It's a very interesting show for a kid, like episode for a kid show. We lost all of it.
I think that's not the only thing that's kind of messed up with the episode. With those 2 episodes. Yeah, there's Jet. There's the time inside the tunnels. There is the fact that half of that's supposed to take place outside of Ba Sing Se, and that they treat Boomy almost like he's the emperor at Ba Sing Se.
Yeah.
And they take Boomy and they basically make him into a child again, instead of leaving him as a wise old man who doesn't need to understand why Aang was gone. He's just happy to see his friend. He's been through enough that he's able to forgive without having to understand.
Right.
Instead, they made him like a little baby.
Yeah, a little baby man who never really grew up.
Well, that was angry that his friend abandoned him in a time where not just him, but the world needed him the most. Right? And the reality is just like that's not why we saw Boomy mad. It was more like he was questioning him, and first of all, if it was really him, and secondly, if he really was going to be the Avatar, that there is a lesson that he needed to learn, right? And we got some of that in the episode, but we didn't get nearly as much as we should have.
Now, all of Boomy's tests
he was basically
were teaching moments. They weren't. He wasn't trying to figure anything out. He was trying to get Aang to figure it out.
That's right. Yeah. At no point did they call him a mad genius. Said it was just pulling punches with the cabbage guy, and it was just like, really? Like, it's not funny because you didn't do it the way it was done in the show.
Yeah, and of all the characters to include, like, yeah, he's a nice nod back, but he doesn't need to be there. The Omashu singers did not need to be there.
Whatchamacallit, the whole, like, I've got one more challenge, and instead of riding up and down the delivery system, is like, that's only relevant because we find out that that's what they used to do as kids.
Yeah.
And when you don't reference that, it's just lost on people. Like, why is this relevant? Why do we care? Other than seeing Aang act like a kid, the hell does it matter?
And even then, like I said, it feels out of place because tonally the show is so confused. They're trying to make it so serious. They've sucked all the joy out of it. So anytime you see what they try to make as a moment of joy, it just feels awkward and stilted. Like it feels like it doesn't fit. I also didn't like the changes they made with Jet at all. I understand why they maybe didn't want to devote a whole episode to him, even though I also think that his episode is one of the cooler episodes because it makes the kids wrestle with ethics again, right? The ethics of you have this freedom fighter group and you agree with why they're doing what they're doing, but when you find out what they're doing is when you have an issue. So then you have to make a decision. I think that the changes they made with him
like
really
the George Floyd riots, right? Like, you can understand that and appreciate it, but then you find out that half the neighborhoods that got burned down were primarily black neighborhoods. Like, you guys are fighting the wrong people.
Well, the thing about him though is that I think the changes they made, like to try and fit him into Omashu specifically, they needed obviously to come up with a terrorism plot for him. The problem that I have with what they did was that what they gave him was underwhelming from an ethical standards. The reason that the original episode really hit home is because he was literally going to kill hundreds of innocent people, innocent civilians. But not just any civilians of the Fire Nation. And this is what made the episode so wonderfully complex, so nuanced for children especially, right? Because you have these kids who are fighting the Fire Nation but who are still able to recognize that you shouldn't be killing Fire Nation civilians regardless of what your goal is. And they changed all that to be an earthbending king. Right? It's not even civilians anymore. It's a political figure, right? It's a leader. So it doesn't have the same impact. And not only that, but at that point in the episode, it's a leader that we see is not even being a very good leader at that point in the story.
Right,
So,
they completely changed Boomy. Boomy was actually a good king in the original.
yeah. And remember, they showed that Omashu was really xenophobic, right? They weren't letting anybody in who was an outsider, and people had to literally change their appearance in order to gain entrance to Omashu. They had to pretend to be earthbending citizens or citizens of Omashu. So, what does that say about your leader? You know what I mean? That they don't let anybody in from the outside world, and we're supposed to somehow feel like saving him from an assassination is like something we should be bending over backwards to do. Whereas before, when they had Jet potentially killing hundreds of civilians, it mattered, you know? I just think that they sucked the whole impact of that whole storyline right out. It's gone.
Because it's all
who
compressed.
fucking cares?
Like
Yeah.
the biggest issue is that it's all compressed. I still feel like, considering how much they managed to put inside the 8 episodes, they did a great job. It's just there's too much to fit in 8 episodes.
Yeah. Also, Odin, I need to talk to you about the Kiyoshi episode. Setting aside how Kiyoshi showing up was fucking awesome. I don't know that I necessarily like that they did the same thing that I'm starting to notice. They took all of the glory away from the side characters and they gave it to the Avatar, you know? Putting that aside, because that's an ongoing issue. I do not like what they did with Suki's character. How fucking dare they? Like, they made her a lovesick puppy for Sokka. Are you fucking kidding me? She's pursuing him. He never once humbles himself and asks for her to train him. He goes to her in private and she shoos everybody away to save his fragile masculinity. I fucking can't. Like, it just, oh my god, it makes me so mad.
It was a huge character development in the original series.
It was.
For Sokka. And they completely eliminated from the show. I mean, you could argue that it's implied, but it doesn't need to be when it's, I mean, you want it to be a little more over the top, right? You don't want to eliminate, like, you don't want to have that level in that kind of character development, but we've seen that happen so far with every character that's been represented, especially the main characters that are supposed to be undergoing major character development through or inaction, has been kind of lightly hinted at, but I mean, or just non-existent. So with it happening to Sokka there, it's just like, that's a big mess, dude. Like, that's a big mess. Even if you don't want to like address the sexism part, there's more there that comes into it, which is like, yeah, you need to be a lot more respectful to those around you that you might initially perceive as beneath you. But if you want to better yourself, you got to be a little more humble.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to be sexist. Look at that. Holy shit. You know? And yet somehow totally missed.
Even if you remove the sexism, you're right, he still has an ego problem. You know, like his worldview is so small and he feels like he has to put on this bravado at all times because he had to step up to be the man of the village when he was just a child, you know. And his idea of being a man, there were so many ways they could have approached it. He didn't have to be sexist overtly to women, but that doesn't mean that he didn't have sexist viewpoints about the expectations of his gender role, right? Like, they still could have done a nuanced take of Sokka realizing what it means to actually be a man, right? As opposed to what they're doing, which I don't even fucking know. It doesn't feel like anything of significance.
They do that a little bit in the episode, in the last episode we saw, where he's like, you know, no, Dad would never have been like that, right? You know, the whole abandoning or something like that. But it was like, yeah, it's pretty fucking weak still.
Yeah,
It's just, they don't want to paint the main characters as weak. And the problem is that eliminates pretty much one of the major aspects of just traditional literature talking about these kind of stories. It eliminates a major passage of the hero's journey. And so far, we're not seeing any of that. Not the overcome part, but the initial struggle at all. They're Mary Sueing up the characters.
You're right.
And
that is something that stays consistent throughout.
I took major umbrance to Odin with a line from Umbridge with a line that Katara delivered in, I want to say it was the Kyoshi episode, where Sokka wanted to leave, and she was like, "Before I met Aang, I could barely waterbend a thimbleful." I was like, "Oh my fucking god, I'm gonna cry." Like, what they've done to Katara, taking all of her successes away and giving them to Aang, to the point where they're not even being subtle about it. She's gonna flat out state that she never could have done it without Aang. And the thing is that to a degree, that is obviously true. She would probably never have become a waterbending master had she never left home and gone on to get the scroll from the pirate ship, to go to the north and train with a waterbending master. But the thing is, by the time she reaches the waterbending master, she has worked so fucking hard, and she does it without Aang's help, right? Because he's immature and he's just slacking off all the time, right? If anything, she's trying to get him to actually try to learn how to waterbend. And I feel like in taking her accomplishments away and giving them to Aang, they're also stripping her of her most fundamental personality traits. The fact that she is reliable, she is resourceful, she is persistent. She's probably the most persistent of all of the characters, right? Like, she has bared the burden of so much responsibility, doing the grunt work that no one wants to do, that she doesn't mind doing the training, right? Like, she just keeps working and working. She's a workhorse. And it frustrates me that I feel like we're taking even okay, another good example is in the Kyoshi episode. What happens in the original is the Kyoshi warriors actually end up holding off the Fire Nation while the Avatar and his friends escape.
I recall.
And
spoilers.
They even took that away. The moment with Kyoshi was cool. It was fucking cool. It was cool seeing the Avatar be super powerful, especially because Aang is not there yet, and so we really don't get to see it because he doesn't have control over his Avatar self, right? So I understand why they wanted to show that, but in doing that, they also robbed us of a key moment. And what we know from watching the original series is that because Aang is so fucking young, and because he disappeared so early into his Avatar training, he lost all his mentors, he lost his entire support group. These people around him are his support. Most of the characters that come into his life help him in some way. And I feel like what we're seeing the creators take that and turn it around. And instead of characters helping Aang, it's Aang helping everybody else, despite the fact that he doesn't have the experience or the ability to do it. He's just magically making it happen anyway.
I'm just disappointed that with the Kyoshi Warriors, when you watch the episode for cartoon, it's clearly an homage, the 13 Samurai, and it's not even close in the live action. It's like you couldn't even do that, man. Like,
oh, when they're on the rooftops and they ambush the Fire Nation as they walk into the village, yeah.
It's like, this is, I mean, that's a classic. That's a movie classic, and for good reason. And yet you couldn't include that. Come on. Like, even if you can't get the story pieces right, you should be able to get stuff like that right. So,
if you guys don't want to finish it, it's all right.
No, we'll probably end up
gonna
finishing
finish it.
But it's more disappointing, and hearing that the original creators left the show due to creative difference is also like I think about this and I go, how are they gonna do season 2? And if they do a season 2, which I would imagine they're gonna, because Netflix has sunk in so much more point, how bad is it gonna be? The only thing so far that I'm enjoying is Iroh, even though I wish he was, like I said, I think I've said this before, I wish he was a little bit more stoic in the way that he delivered. Yeah, just some of it, right? Because, it makes the goofy parts that much more great. Like when we see him, mourning the death of his son what's his name there? Why am I blanking on it?
Zuko?
Yeah, Zuko, stops and comes back and sits with him and stuff like that. That's a beautiful moment. And the goofiness it eliminates sometimes some of those moments where it's just like, man, come on, like, we get it, you like Jasmine T and stuff like that, and he's like that in the show, but there are moments where more serious in the show, even when he's delivering funny lines, he does it in a semi-serious manner. He doesn't, not getting the full Iroh, but it's better than most of the other stuff.
That's one of the most touching episodes in the original series, is the episode about his son.
Yeah, Leaves on the Vine. Man, that gets me every time. And yet, they didn't even. I thought, man, I really thought that they were going to even start singing that at the end of the episode, that as they're floating down the river, and if Iroh just started singing that, but they didn't. And it was like, how do you miss that? How do you miss that? That's such a pivotal moment.
They've shown that too soon. Like,
yes.
Well, that
it's too fucking
wasn't
soon.
until like season 4. It was like there was like the last season where they actually deal with his son. Was it 3? Okay, but it's still it's pretty close to the end.
I think there's only 3 seasons.
There is only 3, but it's Odin's point still stands towards the end of the series, and the fact that they're doing it now is just like, what the hell? Like, and he's supposed to, when he gets out of prison, I think it's in, I mean, they do the breakout in, but they do the other breakout, I think, at Ba Sing Se, and he's like, I think it's Ba Sing Se, he gets jacked, right? And he becomes like really invested in it at that point in protecting Zuko, not just emotionally at that point, but physically. And I don't know how they're gonna do that. Not saying that the guy can't get buff, but it's more like, how are we gonna care at that point? So
it was season 2, by the way.
Okay, that makes sense.
I looked it up. Season 2. Yeah, and it makes sense because the actor died halfway through the series and had to be replaced.
And I wouldn't have ever known, like, because the guy that does the replacement does such a great job.
Yeah, he really does do a good job. Once you know it, you can hear it though. Like, you can hear that the voice becomes sort of an impersonation instead of being natural.
But that's once you know
Not
it.
his fault. He does a good job. Like, there's no question. He does a good job. He really tries to
great
evoke
job.
the character.
Speaking of voice acting, switching topics from Avatar, we're still plugging away on Resident Evil, and we got to a part. They're grabbing sushi, and they talked to the octopus in the thing. And it's Nathan Fillion.
Yes, and it's I don't know if they went back and changed it, but when they first aired it, it was an uncredited role.
Oh, it still might be, but the moment he spoke, I was like, "That's Nathan."
Yeah. You recognize it right away because in real life they're friends, right? Like.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's most of them actually. I guess are friends really from the. I think the only one they're not really Baldwin there, who I guess is kind of a little crazy. So, but that's the only one I've heard. It's just like, yeah, they're not.
Well, Baldwin in real life is
there.
a super Second Amendment anti-gay guy.
Oh well.
I don't know if he's crazy, but those are.
Well,
like, politically, he's.
I know that Baldwin and Alan apparently used to get in screaming matches on the set about like politics and stuff. Like, it's been pretty widely reported. The two of them specifically did not get along.
Oh, I'm sorry you guys aren't enjoying it as much as I did.
Can't hear you. Can't hear you, Jack. Been talking in the other room. No. No, he can't hear you. I can hear him. No, he's not responding.
Well, I hear you. You talking, Slippy.
Yeah, he says he can hear me. Nobody can hear you. Okay.
But yeah, I'm sorry you guys aren't enjoying it as much as I did. Maybe for me it was nostalgia carrying me through. Because I watched the whole thing in basically a night, and I remember walking away from it thoroughly enjoying it.
Huh. Well, that's good. If you liked it, I'm happy. You know, I'm glad that you did.
You're not of the same mind. You're not of the...
I mean, I just think that Netflix's idea to try and shrink a 20-episode half-hour series into 8 episodes of 50 minutes is not sufficient storytelling. I feel like no matter how you try to condense that down, you're still less than 50%. So even if you tried to condense everything into half the amount of episodes, you're still working with 2 less episodes than you should have. And obviously, I think with the Omashu episode being like it was, it's very clear that they really struggled with finding a way to fit all the most important elements into an 8-episode series. Because that was a really, really cluttered episode.
It was.
I just, honestly, if I could, my biggest beef right now is what they're doing with Katara. You know, she's not.
Did you stop talking after she's not? Or are you still talking? I'm just not hearing you.
I did. I'm trying to figure out how to. So I was reading online recently that I know a lot of people apparently who watched the original series, Katara was annoying, which is not at all surprising.
Yeah, we've had this conversation.
She's a female, and she has a tendency to butt heads with our 2 male protagonists, right? But I always respected the fact that the writers were not afraid. They didn't ever back down from her personality. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she is the Wendy Darling of the group.
That's a great way to put it.
And it kind of bugs me that they think that they've just, in my opinion, they've stripped her of everything that makes her her. Her personality is not there. She can't even bend without Aang. You know, we rewatched the original first episode, and what struck me was that in the cartoon, the creators went out of their way to show us how powerful Katara is with basically no training.
And her first 5 minutes. Literally.
And
first 5 minutes.
It was such an important part for them to show us that, to show us what she's capable of. whether she's aware of it or not. So we as audience are aware of it, and to show us that despite the fact that she has no training, she has persisted in at least trying to waterbend. And I feel like by taking that away from her, they've stripped her, like I said, a lot of her personality traits, a lot of the most important things about her. She is the glue that keeps the group together, you know, through almost the entire series, right? She's the one that keeps them on track. She's the one that, you know, mothers them, basically. These two boys who are immature and...
Well, I think that's why Odin said, you know, Wendy Darling makes a lot of sense for...
Yeah. The Lost Boys, I get it.
Even when Toph shows up, she's still kind of like...
Toph is the wildest one amongst them. She's the hardest to control.
Her and Toph butt heads like crazy for that reason. The original creators were not afraid to show conflict in the group, right? Like they were not afraid to have characters. Like characters were supposed to all like be mad at each other. And I feel like I said, they've also removed that whole aspect of this. There's no arguments in the group so far. Nothing of consequence anyway. Like...
Yeah, it's his point. But it is what it is. It's not going to get any better. I don't think it's going to get any better next season. So, I'd be curious to see what the reviews look like. I know some of them are sitting around like 65 overall, but I would be really curious to see what some of them are saying that is good beyond spectacle. And I'd be really curious to see the ones that are saying it's like deserving of 80 or higher.
I think a lot of it comes down to what is important to an individual person when they are trying to connect to a story. Odin and I've had this conversation many, many, many times. I've found out over years that character development's really important to me. If I don't connect with the characters, I just can't be interested in a show. And I find these characters to be bland and uninteresting, really.
Whereas I'm thinking, I probably was heavily influenced by my love of the characters already, and seeing them on screen, that could have been a huge factor. Because I've obviously, not you guys pointing everything out, I can see it. But when I was watching it, I was just enjoying it. And I was there the entire time without even pulling it apart, with the exception of like Boomy and a few other things that just pulled me right out of it. For the most part, I was just happy to be there, seeing these characters again.
Well, I wonder if the reason why the Boomy part, you know, bothers you so much is because he was such a great character in the original series that you really remember and you really enjoyed.
Right? It's possible.
And when you take that away, it's just like, you know, which is why I think, you know, don't get me wrong. I mean, Slippy, you're the character that you love the most out of the entire series is Katara. And yeah, they've done her pretty dirty in the show so far. But you're more upset about it than any other character, right? And it's a character that you connect with, and you really enjoyed in the original series. So it makes sense. But you know, as far as everybody else, you know, again, I'd want to see how somebody could score this series an 80 or higher without, I mean, the only thing I can think of is without ever seeing the original, and even then I don't think it's 80 or higher material. I think a 60, 65 makes a lot of sense for where it is. There are moments that are good, but those moments are few and far between, especially from a storytelling perspective. For everything else, like spectacle or fight choreography, is really well done. Like really, really well done. The visual effects, really well done. But
Yeah, the action scenes are probably the best done part of the whole show.
that's my
But
point. After that,
yeah.
what else is there?
You should ask Jack how I was reacting when I watched, what they did to Suki in the Kiyoshi episode. They took away again. They changed her whole personality, Odin. In the original series, she's sharp and she's a bit sarcastic. She's cheeky. She's quick-witted. She's none of those things in this show. In this show, she is a lovesick teenage girl who's never seen a boy in her life. This is the first boy she's ever seen, and she immediately falls in love with him, and he doesn't even seem interested in her at first.
It's not the first boy she's ever seen. It's the first outsider.
I'm exaggerating a little bit because they make it seem like she's never the way they frame it makes it seem like not only does she like him, but she's surprised by how much she likes him.
Okay, yeah.
And it feels like
now
again,
when I'm about to say what I'm about to say, it's not to stand up for the changes they made with Suki, but they've changed all the characters. Aang is 8 going on 40. Like they took out all of like 80% of his personality was the fact that he was a little kid who wanted to go to these locations. It was the most indirect route to the north because he wanted to go do all the fun stuff. For him, it was like a world tour. They took all of that out. They took out all of him being an actual child, other than him visually being a child. Talking about taking out snark and sarcasm, I think in the whole thing, Sokka gets like 2 snarky lines in. Like,
yeah.
Versus every couple of seconds he was on screen before.
Yeah, no, I mean,
and
the only
even
time
Katara in the original series.
The only time we've seen Aang really be like a kid is when he's like, the airbending bastards used to get really upset when I wouldn't listen to them. At least I think that's what would happen. I don't really remember listening to them. Like that is a great Aang line.
Yeah.
That shows just how immature he really is because he's acting his age, and that's the only time where it's like, that's perfect Aang. And it was delivered well. It was written well. I hadn't seen that before, and I didn't really see it after that either.
Oh, also, this plot device that they've stolen from season 3 and they're injecting into season 1, where he's afraid of hurting somebody as the Avatar, like that, it makes no sense for him to be like that. That they stole that from season 3 when he starts to learn how to firebend. And the reason he's scared of firebending is because he's farting around with his firebending. He's showing off. He's being reckless. He's being himself, right? He's being a kid with a harmful toy, and he hurts Katara, probably the person he loves the most. He injures her, and not only does he injure her, but he hurts her in a way that prevents her from being able to do the thing she loves, which is waterbend, because he hurts her hands. And so he carries the guilt and the weight of that. It's so integral to his firebending journey. The fact that they've stolen that plot point and put it into season 1 kind of irks me, because now either they're going to have to redo this plot point in season 3, which is fucking stupid and terrible writing, or they're going to have to ignore it entirely, which already bugs me in advance. Because who's the one who helps him overcome? It's fucking Zuko of all people. The person who learned how to control his firebending after years of raging with his anger and his own immaturity. It's
after
probably
Zuko comes to the realization that he's just a child, and the person he's been hunting is also just a child, and they have the fact that both of them have the weight of the world on their shoulders, and it was unfair.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they go and they meet the dragons, right? Who gave the original flame, to the world essentially. And Aang finally learns to get control of his firebending, and Zuko also sort of learns in his own way to be a better firebender as a result. It's a double journey they do at the same time.
A double journey? Wait.
Well,
wait. A double journey with Double dragons?
Double dragons.
I'm glad
Double
over that.
dragons.
Thank you. Although,
I just
I don't know if
that
you've
whole
seen Double
that
Dragons.
scene they showed of him injuring his classmates with airbending. I was like, what the fuck are you even talking about here?
Yeah, his classmates loved playing with it.
Well, no, actually, once they found out he was the Avatar, they didn't. That was part of the reason he resented being the Avatar so much.
No, I know, but I'm talking about before then. Like, they loved playing with him, and it made it sound like they didn't because he was so good at being an airbender. It was like, what?
Yeah.
That's weird. Anyway, I think that the show has got a lot that needs to figure out, and I think they aren't going to figure it out, unfortunately. You know, and it really makes me wonder who was behind most of these decisions. Oh, maybe. I forgot they're doing a live
The
action.
guy,
Yeah.
showrunner for Avatar is Albert Kim. He was previously showrunner of the Fox drama Sleepy Hollow.
It explains so much. No, it wasn't. It explains so much.
Sleepy Hollow falls into Zack Snyder territory of a lot of good ideas that were badly implemented.
Yeah.
What about him? What are you talking
message?
about? What are you talking about? I didn't watch it. I don't.
But
I don't care. What does that have to? What does that have to do with what we're talking about? Other than Zack Snyder, nothing. Okay.
Which?
So the showrunner for Sleepy Hollow was the showrunner for this Avatar series. That's not a good sign. In fact, that explains kind of a bit. But even still, why did they let him do that? Like, I think about what was it that we were complaining about?
He also did Pantheon, which you might be more familiar with than we are.
What was it that we were complaining about the other day about how, like, they're giving all these directors that have no real serious experience, you know, massive blockbuster budgets to do stuff that they've only had maybe at best CW TV episode budgets for.
Yeah, and
that was the director for Aquaman 2, wasn't it?
No, it was the director for the Madam Web.
That's
because
what it was.
it was a woman director, and she had no business directing a film of that magnitude when all she'd ever done was like TV episodes. You know. And this might I can't say for sure, but this looks like it could be a similar situation because they just picked an Asian showrunner who had very limited experience. He's done one animated drama, as far as we can tell, and Sleepy Hollow, and that's pretty much it. I mean, Avatar. Okay, wow.
You're not listening to what she's saying, so that has no bearing on the conversation.
I don't want to talk about Madam Web or Spider-Man. Jerome, that's not the reason I brought it up.
If you want to participate in the conversation, that's fine. You just got to pay attention, dude.
What I don't understand, Odin, you know, I keep thinking back to that quote from the creator, the showrunner, I should say, not the creator, who's like, "Oh, we wanted to attract the Game of Thrones fans." When we were watching that Omashu episode, that quote was ringing in my fucking head when I watched Sokka and Katara jump from one fucking minecart to another, like they were in a literal cartoon. And I was like, what
They
a
do that in the cartoon.
no, they don't. And even if
do.
they did, but my point is, even if they did, Jack, that's one of the things they could have removed. It did not need to be there. There's no reason that it needed to be there.